Hi, this is Nathan Tintle. In this Learning Goal video, we will talk about correlation coefficients of -1, 0, and 1 using the exam times and scores dataset. In the graph on the left, we see a scatter plot representing a correlation coefficient, denoted by the letter R, of 0. There's very little pattern in this data. In contrast, in the scatter plot on the right, we see a correlation close to 1. These dots fall very close to a straight line. A correlation coefficient of -1 would be similar to the graph on the right, except the slope of the line would be negative. As the x values increased, the y values would decrease. A couple of words of caution. If you're trying to estimate correlation coefficients from the data, if your eye can detect a bit of a trend up or down, then the correlation coefficient is typically larger than 0.1 or 0.15 or smaller than -0.1 or -0.15. If you can't see any trend, then figure that your correlation coefficient is roughly between -0.1 and 0.1. The types of correlations you see are going to be very dependent upon the context. If you're in a chemistry lab and you're doing a highly controlled experiment, you can expect to see very high correlation coefficients. The dots you measure, your scatter plot, will very closely follow the underlying form, that is either linear or quadratic or something else. If you're in psychology and measuring characteristics of people using survey tools, typically there the correlations you expect to see between your variables are much lower.